Brad Crawford joining us to talk SEC football. We're going to zero in on Arkansas taking on South Carolina, that game in Columbia, with the Gamecocks coming off a loss at Kyle Field. Arkansas with an out-of-conference win against New Mexico State. Brett Bielema with much success building the program early in his stint at Arkansas, but the fans may be growing a bit restless as it seems like he's hit that ceiling of about 7-5. And South Carolina under Will Muschamp, not a whole lot expected this year. They knock off North Carolina State. That win looks really good. Some disappointments along the way that can be expected against the likes of Kentucky, but they lose by a touchdown as well at Kyle Field, as we mentioned. So South Carolina taking on Arkansas.
Yeah, very big game for both teams. Arkansas is 2-2. Gamecocks are 3-2. Really a must-win for both, and I don't use that term lightly. This is a game where if the Razorbacks or Gamecocks lose, bowl eligibility becomes that much tougher. Will Muschamp's 9-9 right now at South Carolina through 18 games. Gamecocks have been underdogs in 11 of those games, and they're facing the same thing Saturday. South Carolina right now has really struggled to kind of find its identity offensively. First two wins were obviously good ones at Missouri and NC State, of course, but I think that sort of got the Gamecocks ahead of schedule a little bit. Maybe fans were a little too optimistic on how this team could challenge in the SEC East this season. Still a team that just doesn't have much talent up front on O-line or D-line. As for Arkansas, same kind of thing with Brett Bielema, man. We don't know if this is a team that could win 9 games from year to year, or is it going to be a 7-5 type program? Right now, Brett Bielema is 10-23 in SEC games. I think he's safe through this season, no matter what happens toward the end. But 2018 is going to kind of be the contract year, so to speak, for Brett Bielema to really kind of get over the hurdle and burst through that ceiling in Arkansas.
Yeah, South Carolina really made amends offensively to make up for the lack of explosion in that offense, with Deebo Samuel returning kicks for touchdowns the first few weeks and turning big scoring plays in the pass game, and they lost him a few weeks ago. So difficult to score for the South Carolina Gamecocks, with not a lot of rushing prowess on offense as well. Jake Bentley, a lot on his shoulders in trying to create offense, and sacked 7 times in the second half against Texas A&M, or for the game 4 times in the fourth quarter in that loss.